What's up guys, it's Naf here. So I have finally completed my master clue scrolls and therefore pretty much done completing clue scrolls for the foreseeable future. Now I have definitely enjoyed doing them, but considering I've been doing clues now since the end of February, I haven't really had much time to do much else in game and am looking forward to spending time doing something outside of farming and completing clue scrolls. But nevertheless, I don't have too much to add about my experience completing the master clues for this video. I have had the full Globetrotter outfit for some time now, and more than enough points to use costumes, skipping tickets on any clues I wasn't able to complete otherwise. So as usual, a timestamp is linked in the description if you want to skip to after the caskets are opened to save time and just see the overall loot.
inside you. So won't you wake up now and see? Don't hide away the things you're feeling. Unlock your mind and lose the key. There's a universe inside you. You should never have to hide. I can see the stars inside you. Please just open up your eyes. There's a universe inside you. Inside you. There's a universe inside you. Inside you. There's a universe inside you. There's a universe inside you. So much more than people know. I've seen you fighting your emotion. I hope you stay and won't let go. There's a universe inside you. So much love to leave behind. Stop the path of devastation. You should live for all the hype. Inside you, why are you pushing it away? Leave behind your own deception and learn to live another day. There's a universe inside you, your galaxy of happiness. I just wanna help you find it. We'll explore in baby steps. There's a universe inside you. You've gotta give it room to breathe. So let the universe excite you, 'cause that's the way it's meant to be.
So there you have it. Unfortunately, no crazy rare loot. Although I have always been a fan of the backstab cape, so I was still pretty happy to get that, and it did do a broadcast, so that was something. But as usual with these casket loot videos on my Ironman, only the new loot has actually managed to come to my front tab, with all of the duplicate uniques and general supplies ending up within various tabs of my bank. So similar to last video, I did simply replay the casket opening myself to put all of the loot into a spreadsheet, split between the standard loot found from all clues, common, rare and very rare loot, and all of the grand exchange values from each casket. But getting into each category, we first have the standard loot. So the coins are pretty decent, often getting around 100k at a time, which is a nice way of keeping the casket values somewhat consistent. Then we have the usual junky loot such as god arrows and so on, then the god pages, and I did manage a total of 18. Over 152 caskets isn't too bad, although I did mainly get Gothics and Zamarok pages this time around, which are a lot less valuable than Saradomin and Armadillo. Next, the common loot. Now obviously Master Caskets only came out a few months ago, and because of this the online sources of information on them isn't exactly perfect. So there are some items which were listed, such as Uncut Onyxes and Wine of Gothics, which were listed but I didn't manage to get any at all, so I assume they aren't actually available from Master Caskets at all, but technically it may just be very bad luck, so regardless I did leave them in this chart. And similar to the Elite Caskets, for mid to high level Ironman who aren't maxed, these resources, such as the 3 high level seeds, rune bars, and mahogany planks are actually all pretty useful and desirable, but as I am maxed, I definitely won't be rushing to use these supplies anytime soon. For me personally, I actually really like getting prayer renewals, since I'm far too lazy most of the time to actually farm the ingredients for these, along with the weapon poison plus, which I've actually heard is pretty decent now for PvMing, but honestly I still haven't tried it since the rework from its older version, which was used to permanently poison a weapon. Now taking a look at the rare loot. Now, like I previously said, the actual rarity of everything isn't 100% right now, so some of these things may in fact be very rare, or maybe even common loot. And on top of that, a few things have been grouped together, such as the different colors of glasses and the 3 types of glasses, each in their own group, and also the pajama, tuxedo, and evening outfit pieces all being grouped together in their respective groups, just to keep the list a lot more simple. So one big thing that Master Caskets have introduced that's never really been prevalent before is you can now get some pretty high-end PvM gear. Being tier 82 from Clue Scrolls, which is in the form of golden threads, they upgrade the Robin Hood armor, which I believe is tier 40 ranged gear, into tier 82 ranged gear, which is then repairable for gold. And then we have the Elemental Impetus, which updates a Mystic Elemental Staff of your choice into a tier 82 Elemental Staff, which I was lucky enough to get both of, and in fact, with that golden thread I will be able to finish off my tier 82 Robin set, which will actually replace my tier 80 ranged armor, which I got from bossing in God Wars Dungeon 2. And of course we have the Reaper and Soul Ornament kits, which it seems I was very lucky with, and it actually made up a little under 170 million of my overall loot, and that will give +2 in all styles to my Amulet of Souls, which I'm quite happy about. And as usual, the majority of the other rare things are purely cosmetic. Now, unlike hard and elite caskets, the master cosmetic loot is a little different from rune and dragonhide armor trims, which is something, and has actually meant some of the items have retained a little bit of value, usually around 1 to 2 mil a piece, but it is very likely these will drop after master clues have been out for some time, and probably will end up sitting around 500k or so, depending on whatever fortune and components are worth at the time. And lastly, we have the very underwhelming, very rare loot. So I did manage to get the least valuable, very rare thing available, the Backstab Cape. Now, I do actually like the look of this cosmetically, and will probably keepsake it, so it's certainly better than nothing. And following that, we have all of the grand exchange values of each casket opened. So as you can see, the overall total grand exchange value of all 152 master caskets was 362.7 mil. Now that does sound really good, averaging out to 2.3 mil per casket, but that figure was highly inflated by the 2 Soul Amulet Ornament kits, worth around 40 mil each, and the 6 Reaper Ornament kits, worth around 14 mil each. But nevertheless, if you are the type of person who enjoys clues or simply haven't tried out this content yet and you are interested in it, I don't think there will be a better time to do them, with the cosmetic items still holding decent enough value to make the consistent loot not too bad, and the PvM related items such as the golden thread and ornament kits being worth quite a lot right now. So here we have the updated Clue Scroll loot tab, with everything at the bottom, up to the ornament kits being from Master Caskets. So that's pretty much it for this video, and my videos of Clue Scrolls, so if you are sick of them by now, don't worry. The only way I see myself doing any more in the future, if there is a dramatic change to clues, be it a new type of clue or something to that effect. And although I haven't really done any easy or medium clues, I can't say I'm too bothered. Without the very rare loot such as third age gear or dye, I'm not that motivated to do a large amount of them, as there really isn't a chance of getting anything that exciting. And because of that, I don't really see myself needing the 4,000 treasure trail points I had amassed for costume skipping tickets, so I did buy the newly added titles as well, which are a somewhat unique green colour, but apart from that they are nothing special. But that is it for me. Not 100% sure what I will be doing next, but I do have a few ideas, and as always I'm happy to take suggestions you guys may have in the comments. But until next time, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.